Let's take a look at Cities Skylines. I've installed it with Steam. So there are lots of tutorials, but the ones I've seen on YouTube, for example, drop you right into the game without kind of telling you about some things that I found a little bit frustrating. So let's start with options. I've got the audio turned down. I've got the music turned down. I found that was pretty annoying. So let's look. Graphics. There's a windowed mode, but the windowed mode is clipped off at the bottom. It doesn't seem to know how to do windowed mode properly. Let's see. Disable depth of field type, or you may want to consider that anyway. This blurs the background, and the whole point of my using this program is to see panoramic views of a city, so I don't want the background blurred. Also probably remove, trim down this film grain. These settings down here were set automatically based on my graphics card. Okay, let's go to gameplay. I found this very annoying. I have two monitors, and when I move my mouse between monitors, this edge scrolling business was causing the view in the game to scroll. So that doesn't work for me. I turned these two off, show in game pop-ups and chirper messages. When you're just trying to learn the game, that's very annoying. At least that's what I found. Autosave seems like a good idea. I had hoped that there was a way to just make it always in the daytime, but there isn't. So turning this day-night cycle off doesn't help. However, when you edit something, it brightens it up so you can see. Maybe we'll get to see that later. Also, there's a flashlight around your mouse, so you probably want to turn the brightness of that up. And I didn't mess with key mappings. We looked at audio. Maybe I'm going to turn that down a little bit more. Let's see. Okay, so here's a move mod that I found. So let's talk about mods. So now let's figure out how to use a content manager with Steam. So here's something I've already loaded. I found a tutorial on YouTube, and the creator of that tutorial made a beach shores map, which I found interesting. Now, lots of maps, but let's just go through how to find a map on Steam and get it into your game. So you click on this Steam Workshop, either here probably or up here on the top. Okay, these are the things I've already loaded with that. So if we go back to maps, click on this, you notice it shrinks the browser down until you can barely read it. Anyway, so let's put in beach. We'll search for something here, and it brings up beach shores, which is what I'm looking for. So then what you do is click on it and scroll down here a little bit, and there's a subscribe button. So all you have to do is subscribe, and it'll download it and put it inside your game in the correct place. So the other thing we want to use is a mod called Move. So click on Workshop again, then click Move, and then type Move. And the Move that I used is this one. So again, click on it, subscribe, and it'll be loaded with your game. So now we can get out of this Steam dialog or web page, and you have to go way up here and tiny little text. So this returns to the game. Okay, so we'll make sure we enable this. Excuse me. And then we'll click Mods, and there's several things we want to turn on here. The Move It thing we just loaded, turn that on. I didn't mess with the options. There's lots of things to have a look at here, but I didn't mess with them at this point. Someday I'll check that out. Okay, so as you're just learning the game, you probably want unlimited money. This is a simulation, so they have the option, or they have the default of starting out with either a limited or no money, and then, but I didn't want to deal with that when I was learning to play the game. So I'm using this mod, which is built in, to say we have unlimited money, unlimited oil and ore, and unlimited soil. I ran into problems trying to play with landscaping where it said, oh, there's none of soil. Okay, well, I'll go back and try landscaping again now with this enabled. Now the other thing is, you probably want, as you're just trying to learn the game, you probably just want to turn Unlock All on here. That'll give you all the content that you've purchased without doing a bunch of achievements to get them. So you're not actually playing a game, you're learning how to use the game. Anyway, so I enabled all of these. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else I needed to mess with at this point. So you can just close this content manager, and we could say New Game, and choose our beach shores. And it gives us a random name here, and we can just rename our city and hit start. So it takes a while to load, which is odd because it's really quite a simple map. Anyway. So congratulations, because we enabled all of our progression. So it's giving us all our achievements off the bat here. So, and let's not, if there's help text, annoyingly so. Anyway, so here's the little tweeter bird or chirp bird, and I also found it annoying, which is why we turned down its sound and everything in the options. Okay, so basic navigation. Zooming in and out with the mouse wheel, or hold the mouse wheel down, allows you to orbit. So the dotted line is the boundaries of the map we're given. WASD allows you to move around. So you can hold down middle mouse button and use W and fly around the map. So across the bottom is the editing. So roads, zoning, and so forth. Like I said, this is not a tutorial of how to use, it's just how to get started. So these are fairly easy to figure out. Here's a fancy road, and we probably want to connect it to the incoming road. So let's back up a little bit. Now this is straight roads. Let's see. Let's try a curved road. Might be a little more interesting. Set the, there we go. Now let's take a look at move. This is the move mod that we added earlier. So if you click on these nodes, you can pull them around. We can straighten out these kinks in our road. Now let's take a look at electrical lines and try move. So at some point we'll build a power station. We've got all the power stations unlocked here, including a nuclear power plant. But just for this example, let's just zoom in here and build some power lines. Now if we click move on power lines, there's something weird that goes on here. If we click this and move it, we move the tower, but we don't, the lines don't follow. But apparently, oh, there we go. Maybe we can click on that and then move this. Nope. But if we click on this and move this, then we have to put them back together, which is kind of strange. It sounds like move wasn't really finished. And then you better look carefully to see if the lines and the insulators are there, are matched up. Okay, the other way to, which the game intends, is you just bulldoze things. Just destroy them and do them again. So move works well for roads and many other things, but it's a little bit of a problem with power lines. Okay, and then to turn bulldozer off, you just click on bulldozer again. Now you notice we're stuck in this edit mode here, where we're editing there. So we can unclick electricity and get back, or we can click this X down here and get back to just looking around at what it is we have. Okay, so let's have a look at another map. after I've done some work with it. So to get back to the main menu or exit the program, just hit escape and then say quit. And this brings you out of this game back to the main menu in the program, or you can just quit the entire application, entire game. So let's just there. So we'll load a game that we already have in Beach Harbor, is the one I worked on before. So here we are, and if we want to get back, I guess I saved the game in an editing state, so it was kind of stuck. Just click on any of these and click on it again, and that'll get you back. Notice the little blinking icons mean there's something to be dealt with here. Click on the item, and I haven't built enough sewers, it looks like, or haven't gotten the sewer line up to this area. Let me, you see this brown area where down here by the sewer plants? What I didn't notice is which way the sewers go. They go out the back side here, and I had them turned around. So that's why I messed up this area and flooded these guys across the street here. They were complaining about being flooded out. So here's my nuclear power plant, and you notice the pollution around the industrial area. So anyway, one other minor thing you'll find out is, for example, here's this cemetery, and I think across town I put in a crematorium here someplace. Nice cute factory. All of this stuff is made automatically for you, as you'll find out when you run the game. There's a few services you have to put in, but once you put in the services, everything building, and do the zoning, the buildings are just made. There's another way to, and if you don't get rid of deceased, then they pile up in the houses, and you get alerts showing you that you need to clean up your houses or build cemeteries or something. So there are two buttons down here at the bottom. One is called free camera mode, which basically lets you drone around. The scroll wheel moves you closer, and WASD flies you around the game. So you can see the details. I notice people seem to be running faster. There's a way to speed things up or slow them down. Seem to be running a little bit faster than you might otherwise. Okay, now to get out of this, let's see, I guess it's escape. Okay. And then the cinematic camera is driven by the game rather than you being able to drive it. I guess it picks a car and flies at the speed of the car around the map or something. Not sure how it chooses what to show you. So to get out of this mode, you just hit escape, and you're back So, you notice there's a whole bunch of these tweeters here. The Twitter feed is quite extensive, and that's why I turned it way down. Also, there isn't just a clear the Twitter feed and go deal with the icons that pop up, because basically everything in this list looks like it's a duplicate of some icon on some house saying, or some building saying we don't have enough workers to. I made plenty of high schools and universities, so I'm not clear why they don't have enough workers, but anyway, I'm just new to the game. And there's no way to close this box here unless you just delete everything in it, which you have to do one at a time. The game's 5 years old. I'm not clear why it seems to have tiny little quality of life issues. Anyway, I think that's about it. The rest you can, maybe this will help you not get stuck in ways that I got stuck. Seemingly simple ways. Okay, enjoy.